Hey YouTube friends, this is Kwa and I wanted to create this video to show you what it looks like for the Tamiya LaFerrari TT02, what it looks like when it's painted up. So I want to show you some of the details. I can actually see my reflection in this thing. But you can see that the body, when it's painted up, looks really nice. And when the decals have been applied, it just looks amazing. I'm, again, really appreciating the Lexan clear body, because they paint up so nice, especially with touring cars, because they look so bright and shiny. And I also wanted to share with you a mistake that I made, or somewhat a kind of a mistake, is that when I painted this, I used bright red, and the red that I used was actually brighter than what you're seeing now. And what happened was that I normally back up the body or back up the paint with silver, but I tried in this instance to use black. And what happened was it actually darkened the color. So note to self, if you want to darken the color, then use black. And if you want to, as a backup, as a backing color, and if you want to keep the same color that you had, then use silver or white. I mean, at first I thought it was ruined, and I was really upset because it was a lot darker than I had planned. But when I took off the protective film, it turned out to be all right. You know, it's still a little darker than what I wanted, you know, than what I think Ferrari red should be. But in the end, it's okay. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it nonetheless. And I'm really liking the light buckets, and I can't wait to put in, let me see if I can focus, put in the LEDs for it. So the lights were basically the clear part of the Lexan, and what you see underneath this detail is actually the light bucket with some stickers in it. And then I haven't put in LEDs, but I think it looks fantastic. I mean, I did try a LED light. I installed it, and it looks really, really cool. As far as decals goes, I would say that there were too many of them, and they were really hard to apply, because they were really, some of them were tiny and had really intricate cuts. So, you know, I wasn't happy about that part. There were probably about 80 decals, and there would have been more. I mean, luckily I saved myself some decal work by just painting some of the parts initially, so I didn't really need to use the decals. But they were very difficult to cut and very difficult to apply. And some parts I would have painted instead of applying decals. Like this right here is a decal, and in the future, if I were to do this body over again, I would just paint it, because, you know, this literally is a part I had to cut out with scissors and a hobby knife, which really sucked. So I wouldn't do that again. This part, again, this is a decal right here. I mean, this thin line, and this part right here, and the scoop is a decal. Really cool review mirrors. It's held in place with a clip, and it just looks really nice for an RC car. What else? Basically, you know, my biggest complaint about this kit where the body was the decals. And here in the back, I wasn't too thrilled about how it came out, even though I did really, really try my best to apply the decals as meticulously as possible. But nonetheless, there were a lot of rounded surfaces, so there are air bubbles, and I couldn't get rid of them no matter what I did. So in the future, I probably will wind up painting this instead of applying decals, because I don't think that they came out as nice as I would have liked it to be. Another thing about the body that I wish Tamiya hadn't drilled in the holes for the body mounts, because I didn't wind up using them. I actually am using a magnetic stealth body mounting system. So the holes, I have to figure out some way to get rid of these holes. I mean, they. But anyway, this is what it looks like when it's all painted up. Another fine example of a Tamiya model. I can't wait to drive this thing. I haven't driven it yet, but I wanted to create this video to show you how to paint the body for the Tamiya LaFerrari TT02. And if this has been helpful to you, please like or subscribe. I'm going to create a video to show you how to build the kit, because when I built it, I took some detailed photographs. So thank you for watching, and have a great RC day.